Good morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So we'll go to those charts. So yeah, for our chart first. So yeah, you can see we're still getting supported by this support zone that we've got on our chart. We've had a few forays, a few wicks into this upper 10k region, basically above 10k, but still getting rejected. But we are now holding above this 9,800. So I think this is pretty important for us now. You can see for a lot of period we were struggling to get over here. Just wicks up, but now we do seem to be holding above and actually getting wicks up into the next zone. So that is pretty bullish. But obviously it means now that I believe if we do lose this 9,700 region on, like, say a 4-hour close rather than just a wick below, then I think we could be in trouble then for a move down to 9,500 area, and then if we break through that, then then obviously we'll just have to see where prices actually gets picked up again. Is it the bottom of here, or do we get down to 8,600? Do we get supported there? So it's definitely getting more and more like the bulls have got to take control of this market, take us above 10k, hold us there, and then start pushing for breaking this region. The longer this doesn't happen for now, and obviously with the reduction in volatility that we've got in the overall market, basically we were expecting a big move soon. So if that move isn't up, then obviously that move is down. So yeah, we've got to the bulls have got to take control really and get this move up. But yeah, it is hard to say. You can see there's obviously opposing forces here, wanting to sell and wanting to buy. So there is indecision in important areas. So I think this week is critical now. I mean, we're on Thursday now, so Thursday, Friday, today and tomorrow basically, and then wouldn't really want to see the big movements over the weekend, but it could happen. But yeah, I think the next 2 days are pretty crucial really. I don't think we can really just hang around here for another couple of days without making a move in one direction. And if we don't make a move, then it may be that the move then becomes more likely to be down. I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be down too far. We could basically form this perfect looking ascending triangle, and that is great. But the thing is, when we do start moving down towards that bottom of that triangle, there's nothing to say we will get caught there. So, and obviously the trend is your friend, so it's not something you really want to bet on. You don't want to be like, right, I want to get down to here so we can then get back up and break through. You want to break through now. So that's what the bulls will be thinking. 4-hour Stokes moving down, looking like we're maybe going to test some downside, which, I mean, this is why it's worrisome, because I think if we take out these 9,700 area and make a move down, I think we will struggle to get back up then. I know we've got this zone to bounce off, but I mean, price action is hard enough to predict the direction of from this point, whether it's up or down, let alone predicting it to be down and then get stopped here and then go back up. I mean, those sorts of predictions are like, are not great, are they? But anyway, so yeah, the 12-hour, we can see 12-hour Stokes is starting to curl back down, getting rejected by this trend line we've got, which is not a good sign either. We have got these wicks, these candles are definitely indecision candles, and we are creeping up. So, but they are nonetheless indecision candles. So it's definitely looking dicey, guys. For Bit, it's definitely looking dicey here. Yeah, it's definitely looking dicey. I mean, this is the sort of time when it's good to get some of those option plays on Deribit, just for an expansion of volatility. So obviously volatility is low at the moment, so you can buy the calls and puts relatively cheap compared to what they would be if we had more volatility. And then we are expecting a potential breakout of a big move. So yeah, so I've been looking a lot more into doing that, because actually trading direction, as you've seen with the bots at the moment, is a little bit on the difficult side, just with the wicks and just being in a spot position. But yeah, Deribit is good for that. I'm going to start doing some videos, I think, on Deribit option trading for you guys that are interested. I know some people in the group were interested in it. I've got a link below. It's an affiliate link. But you guys get 10% off your fees for the first 6 months if you use it. So I'll post that in the link, but it's definitely worth looking at. The way you can see options. How people use options in traditional markets a lot of the time is to basically hedge their positions. So say you're long long a lot of, like, say, a gold miner, you can then sell puts, out the money puts against it to sort of hedge downside if you get a drop. And then often what people will do is that then obviously if we do get a drop and those puts then become profitable, they then take that profit and then buy more of the underlying asset. And it's a good way of managing a position. So so that being said, sorry, I've got a bit of something stuck in my throat. But so that being said, if you are holding a large Bitcoin position, and obviously you think we could potentially get a move down, you can buy, it's like insurance. You can buy insurance for a downside move. So then if we do get that downside move, you end up making a profit and you get paid out on your insurance, and then you can use that insurance to buy more Bitcoin. It's not the worst strategy in the world, guys. But anyway, so even if you're not using actually options as a legitimate actual trading strategy, you're using it as a hedging strategy. So, but anyway, so that's all I'm really thinking today, is that we're going to get a move. I think we have to get a move soon in the next couple of days. I mean, we'd have to start making progress up if the move is going to be to the upside, and the longer we leave it, the longer we don't break up, the more likely we're going to get some downside. And then we're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed to see whether we do get picked up by here, or whether we get picked up by here, or whether the price gets picked up by here, by this level. But one other worrying aspect, guys, is what we've got going on here. We've had this nice trend line in the S&P, as you can see, coming up quite strongly. So yeah, we appear to have lost that trend line, and we are breaking below the 786. So I mean, I believe this is not looking ideal for stocks. There's a lot of froth in the market. We've got this thing, I don't know if you guys may or may not know this. It's called an end of month rebalancing, but we've also got the end of the quarter. This month is the end of it's the end of the quarter. It's the end of 2 quarters, end of the half, but it's the end of the quarter as well. So you get what's called a rebalancing, where what looked like it happened at the end of the last month was obviously stocks had gone down a lot and bonds had rallied. So people then basically fund managers that have a balanced portfolio have to then sell some of their bonds and buy stocks. So obviously a lot of money went into bonds. Now stocks have gone up a lot this month and this quarter. So it would appear that they would have to then sell out of their stock profits to take the profits on that and rebalance their portfolio by them buying bonds. So I mean, clearly that isn't good for stocks. So we've got that weighing on the market, and then also we have a matter of Fed liquidity as well. I know the Fed's still printing, but the Treasury is demanding more. It is basically using more. So net liquidity is actually negative now. So we're actually tightening. So that clearly isn't good if you're working on the basis that liquidity is what's driving this market. So basically what I'm saying is we could potentially get a move down in stocks now. This could be a local high. I don't know how far it's going to go down. If it does go down, I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be we're going to take out the lows or it's going to be a double bottom, but much the same in Bitcoin. Once you start moving down, it's like you don't know where it's going to stop. You don't know how much traction it's going to take. You don't know how much froth is in this. Well, we do know there's a lot of froth in this market, but you don't know what they're going to do with their positions, how it's going to play out. So very interesting times, guys. The rest of this week, today and tomorrow, and then next week, I think are going to be absolutely critical for like all markets with direction going forward. So definitely something to keep an eye on. And anyway, so there we go, guys. So thanks for listening to that. Remember, it's not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. A link for Deribit for discount fees is in the description, and I will speak to you all soon.